Welcome to Web Development with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript course. Today, we are going to focus on HTML links and file paths. My name is Dr. George Owusu. The course is available on g8tutors.com. These are the objectives and outline of today's lecture. By the time that we finish the lecture, you should be able to examine the rule of HTML links. 2. Identify components of HTML link, that is the various protocols. 3. Identify types of HTML links. And the last but not the least, ability to insert files in a page. Websites are made up of links, ability to connect to another website, or ability to connect to another image, Word document, PDF in your host. For instance, this is Vanguard newspaper website in Nigeria, and we can see here that we have various links on news, on sports, on politics, and when we click on them, it will lead us to another page. HTML links are a vital part of HTML. The reason why www exists, ability for a page to be linked to another page. It allows users to move from one document to another in a very direct way, as we saw in the previous slide. You can move to another document. Link defines a relationship between two resources on the web. Without the link, it will be difficult for me to even present this video to you. So links are very important so far as HTML is concerned. The anchor tag, the A element, can be used to insert links. If I want to link to a video, if I want to link to a file, I can use the anchor element. But within that A element, we have several attributes. One of them is hyperreference. That's where you want to link the document to. We also can have the auth. We can also have other attributes within the anchor element. But a link is made up of several components. A link is also known as uniform resource locator, also known as web address. So web address is made up of protocol. We have many protocols. This hypertext transfer protocol. We can also have FTP, file transfer protocols. We can also have HTTPS, that's hypertext transfer protocol that is secured. If you are going to do e-commerce website, then you may need one with X. Then we have the host name or the computer name. You can have it at this www.htmlquick.com. If you go there, you can get more tutorials on HTML. Then we have the various folders and directories on your computer, on the host. So the first part is reference, is a folder. Then within that folder, then we have the tags. Then the last component, the web address, is the actual file that you are pointing to. In this case, a.html. Note that you don't point only to HTML, we can also point to an image, a JPEG image or PNG image. So there are so many ways to express a path. This one has no protocol and no file, but you have internet protocol, that's IP address here. The web address that you see, example.com, normally they are translated into numbers. So you can get the IP address for any web address. Then we have a backup here as a directory. You can also have a file path, that is protocol, and a host name, the computer name. In that case, no directories, no file. For instance, google.com. You don't have directories attached to it and no file attached to it. You can also have a file path whereby it's quite creative. John is a folder, work is a folder, then we have the report. So under this circumstance, there's no protocol, no computer name. You can also directly link to the file index.html. Then no protocol, no host name or computer name, and no directories. So HTML links are defined with the anchor tag. So if I want to visit Ghana web, I will just define my tag with my hyperreference, and then this is the web address. Then I close it over here, and then I have visit Ghana web. Then within the browser, it will come like this. Have it here, Ghana web. Okay. There are different types of HTML links. These are some of the examples. So within the document, we can have the anchor, and then we have our reference, and then we have attributes, target attribute. So when we say target is equal to blank, which means opens in a new window. In most cases, when you are coding your website, you don't want another website to open in the same window. So you command your code by stating target is equal to blank so that a new window will open. If you want to open in the same window, then target is equal to save. So open in save. This is the default. If you don't state the target attribute, the default is save. You can also have a parent one opens in the parent window. This one applies when you are using iframe. You are inserting another website within our website, and then the links over there, you try to tell the page to open it in the parent window. And also command when you're using the iframe that it has open in the body, that outside the frame, okay. So normally you use the iframe to insert YouTube videos in a website, and if there is a link over there, then we click on that. If you set it to top, it will open outside the body, the main page. But if you set it to the parent, it will open within the frame, so you not go out of the frame. Okay. So what you see here within the browser, it will be rendered like this. HTML file paths. So file paths are used when linking to external files like web pages, images, style sheets, JavaScript. So there's another web page that you want to link to. There is a photo that you want to link to. There's a cascading style sheet somewhere that you want to link to. Then you put all your JavaScript functions in a text file that you want to link to. There are two main types of file paths. You have absolute file path and the relative file path. An absolute file path is the full URL to an internet file. So here we can see that you want to link to this particular image. There is a source file. We have the protocol here. We have the host name here. Then we have the images folder. Then we have the actual photo. So in this case, it's a full. The protocol is in, the host name is in, the folder and the pictures are also in. We also have relative file path. The relative file path points to a file relative to the current page. Within the current page. So one of them, you can link this one to images folder. Then we have our picture, JPEG. And then another attribute that we have in the image, we are going to learn more about this, is the alt. It's equal to mountain or alternative name. Then in most cases, you may point to an image, but the image may be deleted. So if you can't get the image, what should be displayed? The mountain. The file path points to a file in the images folder located at the root of the current web. So within that particular folder, you can point our file to by using this particular file path. So we also have this one, similar to the previous one. The file path points to a file in the image folder located at the roots of the current folder. So we saw our African host. We had images, and then we have various files there. So if you want to point to images within this particular file, such as the index.html, we can use this particular file path. We can also use a file path like this, whereby we have two dots before the images. So file path points to a file in the image folder located in the folder one level above the current folder. So within the image, you go back one level back. Then there you are going to find images directory, and we have our picture. What about if src is equal to dot dot then another dot dot, then we have our images, then we have our picture dot JPEG, which means we have to go back two levels, this, that, then you find an images folder there, then we can locate to our JPEG photo.